Without innovation, stay standing. Everybody else, please sit down. Okay, so those of you who are still standing, please leave. And the rest of you, you've decided to stay, so thank you very much. Is it better? That's the journey I'm going to take you on. I really want to give you a moment to think about why we're here. I'm a head of a company in the UK. We're a small startup. We're 5 years into bringing a product to market which is disrupting the waste sector. And in doing so, you start to say, you run into a lot of people that say, no, things are just fine the way they are. So imagine the world that you're in, just the way it is, or perhaps go back into the past to a different world. So, television, is it better? Is it better than when we used to play games? So we have television, we have all the internet, we have Wi-Fi. I spend an enormous amount of my time on the weekend telling my children to stop watching television and to play a game, to go outside, to do something different, to do something non-electronic. And yet we continue to innovate in the electronic sector. And traffic. We made our way here in a horrific taxi ride this morning. The taxi driver took us through a shortcut. Yesterday it took us 25 minutes to get here, today it took us 5. It was a very interesting ride, but that was necessary to get around the traffic. So cars, innovation, Tesla, moving to electric cars which save energy, use less energy, encourage us to use the car more, but is it actually bringing us a better lifestyle? Is it making a difference? Is it making your world better? Is this a better world? Or are bicycles a better world? Do we actually want more in the innovation of transport and movement? And I want you to really think about that, because all of what we do, so I'm in the energy sector, we're looking to innovate within the energy sector. We're looking for new ways to create energy so we can continue to live the lifestyle that we're living now. But take a step away from that. Why are we doing that? Because we're using more energy. The LED light bulb causes us to use more energy. People are not reducing the amount of energy because we're becoming more efficient. We're just incurring and using more energy. So it's an interesting statement, and I want you to keep thinking as we go through this. So some of you are innovators in this room. Why do you innovate? Do you innovate because you want to make a better world? Do you innovate because you want to make money? Do you innovate because you want to be more powerful? Do you want power in your sector, power in your country, power in your society? Do you want recognition? Do you want to be known as somebody famous in your sector, in your country, in your society? Really, is it for a better world? I don't know. If you look at these, and I picked them off, I picked one slide that had lots of different names in it, but they tend to all be in the electronic sector. What do they actually do that makes it a better world? Does Facebook actually give us a better world environment for people to live in? Do they make a difference in how we live? And do they affect everybody in the world? What about all the people that don't have dots? If you look at that map, the dots are the people that have internet access. What about all the people that don't have dots? All of those companies that are big and powerful and very, very valuable have absolutely no value to quite a bit of the map because they can't even access them. So it starts to make you wonder where innovation is important and what innovation affects who and what difference is it actually making in the world. So do you believe that innovation should help with disease? I mean, if you look at the world at large, we still have the same problems we had 500 years ago. We still have disease. We still have poverty. All the pink parts in the world are below the poverty line in various degrees. We still have wars. Innovation isn't solving the war issue, and it definitely isn't solving the weather issue. This is my neighborhood last year in the UK. So, and luckily it's not my car. So, population, limited resources, curiosity, that's why we innovate. I mean, that's why I innovate. I look at what I do, I'm in the waste sector. It's due to population, it's due to resources, that we have a business in the sector that will grow. But what if we could solve certain issues? Would we actually solve them? What if we could create a health result that would allow everybody to live for 100 years. Who here would want that? Can I see a show of hands? Who would want to live to 100 years and have all their friends and family and neighbors be alive? Okay, so the majority of the room. Would you really want that? Think of the impact. Think of the impact on the globe of having the population rise so dramatically in an instant. You've resolved the health issue. Let's say one of the companies out there has resolved the health issue and allows you to continue to live to 100 tomorrow. They go to the market, they're a major success. In every country in the world, nobody dies until they're 100. We will have such a disaster on our hands in terms of resources and housing, school, you know, all of the things that go with that. So who then decides whether that goes to market? So that innovation in the 100 that are out in the marketplace, what if one of them could do that? Would they actually come to market? And who would decide to allow them to be funded? Would a government stand in their way? Would a large corporate say, oh, I don't know about that. I don't really want that innovation to come to market because it will affect my market share. And I face that all the time in my company. I deal with waste. There are very large established waste handlers, waste producers, waste converters, and they're not so interested in having the waste market change. So you face this as you, as an innovator, go into a market sector, especially a very well-established